everyone, welcome to another episode of JPNN. It is August 3rd. We've got some updates regarding the Steam blockage over in Indonesia, as well as some updates on like Final Fantasy XIV being DDoS'd and a handful of other things. Let's go ahead and get in to the news. We'll start right off the top with the update for the Indonesia ban for Steam. Valve has registered with Kominfo, and now Steam is officially unblocked and accessible in Indonesia. However, the Epic Games Store and services, as well as EA's Origin, still remain blocked, and there's no official confirmation on whether they plan to register yet. PayPal and Yahoo services are also unblocked for anyone else that was wondering over there. The MPD Group has reported second quarter 2022 U.S. consumer spending on video games products has decreased 13% to $12.35 billion compared to the same period last year. Mobile content contributed the most for the overall decline, as Sensor Tower data showed U.S. consumer spending in the mobile games during the first quarter fell 12% from Q2 2021. Overall content spending in Q2 reached $10.97 billion, a 13% decrease over Q2 of last year. Among the best-selling and most played games across all platforms in the second quarter, we'll mention the top 10. Among Us, Angry Birds 2, Bingo Blitz, Call of Duty Warzone, Candy Crush Saga, Candy Crush Soda Saga. There's two. Okay, I didn't know that. Clash of Clans, Coin Master, Diablo Immortal, and Elden Ring. Those are, I think, 9 out of 10 of those games are all mobile. Nintendo shared its earnings for the fiscal year 2023 Q1. Net revenue declined 5% to $2.37 billion. Operating profit decreased 15% to $784 million. The Switch lifetime shipments reached 111 million after almost 3.5 million units shipped during the quarter ending in this June, compared to last year's 4.45 million ending in Q1. Switch Sports shipped almost 5 million units in its debut quarter ending in June, and Mario Strikers Battle League just shy of 2 million units sold. Kirby and the Forgotten Land almost at 5 million lifetime, as it sold another 1.88 million units. The Switch continues to sell massive quantities, and probably why we won't see a hardware refresh for at least another year at the bare minimum. We'll see what happens with Zelda, I suppose. Electronic Arts also published its Q1 earning results. Net revenue is up 1.78 billion this year to the 1.55 billion last year, driven by, of course, live services. Operating income rose from 441 million up from 322 million. EA Player Network totals 600 million accounts. The FIFA Ultimate Team engagement is up from 40%. F1 22 outperformed expectations. And of course, the upcoming titles for all of this, EA this year. In July to September, we have FIFA 23 to Madden NFL 23. October to December, we've got Need for Speed and NHL. And then early next year, we've got Dead Space, PGA Tour, and Super Mega Baseball. I don't even know what that is. EA expects to publish a major IP and partner title between January and March of next year, both of which have yet to be announced. I wonder what those could be. Remember how EA claimed that single-player games are dead 12 years ago? Just last June, they tweeted they're at 10, but they're only playing single-player games, etc., etc. Yeah, well, today during its earnings call, Electronic Arts has said that single-player games are, quote, a really, really important part of its overall product mix. During its first quarter earnings call on Tuesday, EA was asked how single-player games currently fit into the company's portfolio. EA CEO Andrew Wilson said, quote, our players on balance. They have these core motivations: inspiration, escape, social connection, competition, self-improvement, and creation. These things that bring us together as players of games. This sounds like something an AI would say. And what we see when we get that is, 1, we grow our network, and 2, we grow the amount of time that players our network spend in and around our games. And as we think about single player, Andrew Wilson learned, like, what the fuck? You're a goddamn robot. As we think about single-player games, we really think it's really important, part of our overall portfolio, that we deliver in fulfillment of these core motivations. And the way we plan for it over time is really just looking at our community and looking at how they're spending their time and looking at where motivations may or may not be fulfilled. And we'll look to supplement that with the addition of new online games, new multiplayer games, and new single-player games. You could just condense all of that. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Logitech and Tencent Games have announced a partnership to bring a cloud gaming handheld to market later this year that will combine Logitech G's, which is the brand, it's just Logitech, expertise with hardware with Tencent Games' expertise in software services. The new device will support multiple cloud gaming services, and both companies are working with the Xbox Cloud Gaming and NVIDIA GeForce Now teams so gamers can play AAA games when they are away from their consoles or PC. Basically, they see Steam making that money and they want a piece of that as well. I guess we'll see how the hardware turns out. Activision, Blizzard, and NetEase have canceled a World of Warcraft smartphone game that had been in development for over 3 years. NetEase has disbanded a team of more than 100 developers tasked with creating content for the title, only some of whom were offered internal transfers, people familiar with the matter said. The two companies disagreed over terms and ultimately called a halt to the project, which had been kept under wraps, a person familiar with the deal said, asking not to be identified because of discussing private information. The game was a MMORPG set in the same universe as WoW during a different time period. That wouldn't have gone over well at all, given the current state of Blizzard audience, and yeah. But canceling it, I wonder if that's going over well. I guess we'll see social sentiment from all of that. Yesterday, speaking of MMOs, Final Fantasy XIV was subjected to a DDoS attack in North America. They shared the following message today, quote, "We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to a DDoS attack. Players may experience the following issues as a result. We are investigating the attack and taking countermeasures. Additional information will be provided as the situation develops." Pokemon had its Pokemon presentation today. We watched a little bit before recording JPNN. They revealed some new info for the upcoming Pokemon Scarlet/Violet games. Players will be able to get their legendary Pokemon Miraidon and Orcoridon. It's weird having to read these out after you've heard them. They're just strange. They're fucking made up names. These are Pokemon that, of course, you can fly, you can ride, etc. You can go on the water across the Paldea region. There's 8 gyms confirmed in the game. There's some new Pokemon that have a Paldean form. The Pokedex is greatly expanded. Multiplayer lets you explore the Paldea region with 3 friends. You can terrestrialize, which is a stupid term. It's a new feature that crystallizes Pokemon in combat and boosts their stats. Raid battles make a return in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, with the Terra Pokemon able to be found and fought. Basically, it's the same game with a couple more stuff into it, and that's what Pokemon fans want, you know? Capcom has updated its list of platinum titles, games that have sold over 1 million units, providing a total number as of June 30. Oh God, here we go again. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak has sold 2.5 million units. I feel like we get an update from Capcom like every week. Monster Hunter Rise also sold 10.3 million units, which is 1.3 additional units since Rise launched. Devil May Cry 5 has sold 5.7 million units, 700,000 additional units since March 31st. Street Fighter 5 is at 6.6 million units total, 400,000 additional sold since March 31st. And Resident Evil Village has sold 6.4 million units. Monster Hunter World Iceborne sitting at 9.5 overall. And that's just a shit ton of good games sold. Congrats, Capcom, on all your money. Enjoy Scrooge McDucking your way into all of that. Bandai Namco announced that One Piece Pirate Warriors has sold over 2 million units worldwide. Okay. We've got some games coming to Game Pass on August 2nd. Ghost Recon Wildlands, I believe that was yesterday. Tomorrow, Shenzhen IO and Turbo Golf Racing are coming out. Check out Turbo Golf Racing if you have not already. I highly recommend that game. It's basically Rocket League Golf. It's a lot of fun. On August 9th, 2 Point Campus is going to be joining the Game Pass roster. August 11th, we're getting Cooking Simulator, Expeditions Realm, and Off-World Trading Company. I talked about this story a little bit on Monday. On August 1st, a content creator by the name of Jay It's All Business, he's a Diablo Immortal player, he's debating on getting a refund or attempting to get one for their spending in Diablo Immortal, which claims to be around $100,000. In a video that the streamer released, they even admitted that they're considering calling in lawyers to help with their rather unique situation. Quote, I can't do things that I spent money on this character to do. I have no time frame of when things are going to be fixed or even know if things are going to be fixed because I am the only player in the entire world with this problem, the streamer said. The streamer also stated previously that they tried to contact Blizzard directly through forums and Twitter about their predicament. The reply they got from the company said that it was, quote, aware of the issue. Today, Blizzard actually responded because of all this news and media coverage over the beginning of this week. In a new video, the streamer said, quote, Blizzard did reach out to me before stating that a Blizzard representative told them that the company had approved a fix which will be implemented in the next coming days. The streamer continues and said, I can't wait to see how the new system works. Hopefully it is designed in a better way. The streamer also acknowledged that the attention from the media and the gaming community around his spinning in Diablo Immortal helped get the situation resolved. It goes on to state, quote, I really hope that Blizzard thinks about getting a better way for players to communicate about this game. When you invest a ton of money into the game, or even if you are not investing a ton of money, you should have some sort of customer service to be able to talk to about something. He's kind of right. If you disregard the fact that he spent $100,000, the other reason he ever got a response in any of this is because it kind of picked up media traction. Picked up media traction though because people can't fucking understand how you spent $100,000 in that game. Wild story. Wild story. Remember the leaked script from the next Tomb Raider game, allegedly named Project Jawbreaker? Well, it has been struck with DMCA by publisher Square Enix. Great. So, Square Enix, thanks for confirming that entire rumor. The sheet, which was widely reported on, introduced a rebooted Lara Croft now in her mid-30s, having had a solo experience as an adventure. The document went on to show that she now seeks a team to overcome a challenge too great to tackle alone. Ex-IGN journalist Colin Moriarty and his team have decided to comply with the DMCA, but as part of the separate podcast explaining the situation, he argued that the podcast fell within the constraints of fair use. Makes a lot of sense. Are they going to turn Tomb Raider into a four-person co-op thing? Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. The Games and Online Harassment Hotline has launched a new online resource aimed at content creators so they can protect themselves from hate raids. The guide can be found on the hotline's website and gives a comprehensive overview of what live streamers can do if they're the victim of hate raid, but also what measures they can put into place to minimize the risk of it happening and what steps to take if it has already happened. Talking to GameIndustry.biz, the Games and Online Harassment Hotline Director Jay Lynn commented, quote, hate raids have been used to target Black, women, queer, and marginalized streamers for years. The spike in this tactic over the past year, and it's the streamers and community moderators who have created and shared the most effective knowledge and tools for mitigating the harm of hate raids. The keys and solutions always come from community and directly impacted folks. In this resource, we have gathered into one comprehensive guide, security tips, stream setups to reduce harm, chat and mod actions, community care, and more. That's fantastic. Awesome. That's great that someone went and did all that. Kind of weird that Twitch didn't do that though. Or I guess there's more streaming platforms than Twitch, so it makes sense that a third party went and did it. An accusation of plagiarism has been raised against Activision over an operator skin called Loyal Samoyed? I don't know how to say that, which was due to launch alongside the Terminator 2 themed Judgment Day bundle in Call of Duty Warzone and Call of Duty Vanguard. Concept artist Sale Lin claims that the design was plagiarized from a piece they created more than 2 years ago called Samoye Medical, which they had uploaded to the online art portfolio website ArtStation. Developer Raven Software has since removed images referencing the skin from its website. The skin was shown off as part of the Floof Fury Tracer Pack bundle. Is it really Floof? Which was featured in a now deleted trailer but can still be viewed on YouTube. Neither Raven nor Activision has yet to respond to this accusation. I mean, they kind of did by deleting the video. Industry insider Tom Henderson reported sources with knowledge of the plans surrounding Dead Island 2 have said that the game is likely to be re-revealed later this year. Although an exact reveal date of Dead Island 2 was not provided, the same source had said that the reveal at the Game Awards later this year would, quote, make a lot of sense. It's understood that the next installment will have a big focus on cooperative play, with several play sessions at Dam Buster, I guess that's a city or something, focusing on the feature, or a studio. It's all been suggested that the cast is completely new with 5 to 6 characters coming to the game. That's going to do it for JPNN today. We'll be back on Friday, I'm sure, with some more numbers to give you guys updates on that most likely will be higher or lower than previous years. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to drop some comments in the thread. I was going to say the chat, but there's no chat for this video unless you're watching live. If you want to watch this live, though, you can come over to the Twitch channel, as we do record this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live on the channel. We're out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye-bye.